Okay, team, we called this meeting to brainstorm our options. The goal would be uninspiration. We're gonna be looking at some concepts. Now, I was thinking something very dried out. When I'm coming up with my concepts I call them because I'm a creative. Us business tycoons, you know what we're known for. Our art. We do numbers and push paper. We stand behind fax machines. And you know what that screams? Art. So I'm just looking over here in the notes that I have jotted. And I was asking myself, how can we make this as lifeless as possible? I'm gonna need that back. Wait, everybody wait for a second and look at me work. And pause. Don't I look good? This is what we like to be seen doing. Okay, and let's continue. Me, a person who has no vision for what it means to be a living human with a beating heart, me, a corporate reptile, is going to brainstorm how to reel in normal human beings. So the idea is lifeless, right? If I could gauge the amount of life I want in this artwork, I would say somewhere between the dead rotting fish that have been out in the sun all day at a fish market, or anyone that releases information about Hillary Clinton. I want them to have real beady eyes, just 2 dots. I don't want them to have the whites of their eyes or any gleam, anything that would suggest life. I don't want any layers. Very flat, very stale, stiff like a dead body. Don't bother with putting a little brightness in the eyes, just make them 2 beady dots. So that way you feel something almost demonic and without spirit looking back at you. There should be a reservation of anything warming or comforting that would make it relatable to being alive. I want the glare of the artworks to be deliberately unsettling. Look almost as though they were once alive and then really like cruelly hurt by life. Because it's probably reflective of something that I'm feeling within, or the fact that I'm not feeling anything within. Because the kind of people that do this, the life is gone. There's no more left. There's no more brightness within. Just all gray from here. Like this wall. I want them to have a dead glare. And we're gonna pull this off, team, by drawing them extremely drab-eyed and misshapen too. The proportions have to be either some weird elephantitis nightmare or some like anemic, skinny, malnourished string spaghetti arm beings. The proportions can't make sense because it's relatable. Also now, since we're idea perpetuating, we need to start being body conscious. As a business, it's important to pretend to care about people's eating disorders as a cool social movement. We gotta promote binge eating in our artworks. We need to convey that we are pro binge eating. So if they have hips the size of an elephant and the head the shape of a bowling pin, that's equality. That's me being equal to you and showing you, hey, if you're giving me money, I'll pretend this isn't fucking tragic. Yeah, you're fucking disgusting, but I'm not gonna tell you that because the weight of my wallet weighing down my pocket feels real good. I'm just gonna keep on telling you you look great. It's doing good stuff for my business. Your obesity really is magic because, I'm making bank because I'm rich. People come in all shapes and sizes, and we need to acknowledge that. We shouldn't, but we're gonna. We're conscious. Not conscious about their obvious problems, but more so conscious about our bills for our mega mansions. I live in a gated community, and I'm not about to give that away. Let's be relatable to the people. I'm concerned with relatability until our paychecks. My paycheck is gonna be looking a little more, a little heftier than yours, and my lifestyle is gonna be looking a lot more comfortable. That aside, I'm concerned for relatability. Yeah, but I wouldn't let you set foot in my house. What is the most monotone, dreadful color scheme you could think of? When I think life and joy, I think of muddy browns and deep grays. I want the color schemes of the potato famine or the Great Depression. Anything that looks unfair. When you open our website's homepage, any homepage for that matter, like Google or Facebook, the end goal is probably to feel a degree devastated. So when you see these drab, Great Depression colored palette, elephantitis suffering people, you're reminded of yourself. It feels personal, and that's because we're inclusive. So we're gonna have a blue-haired elephant monster for you. in the name of you. We want the semblance of you. So good for you, purple hair fucking giraffe neck, elephant hipped retard. You're gonna be on the Google homepage. So yeah, this is just my corporate vision. The people that do the numbers and the button pushing, we will handle the art department. So good artists that are struggling to make money and like extremely creative and talented, gifted people, stick to Instagram because us corporate moguls, we got it. Sitting in these gray 4x4 cubicles has really ignited the creative lobes of our minds. So yeah, we're gonna get you up there on the Google homepage. Don't you worry about it, babe. All right, meeting adjourned. It feels like heaven. Capitalizing on ethics is the root of my joy. I pretend to care about your busted body, and then I buy myself a nice Rolex. Yeah, I couldn't care less about your joke of a social movement. I'm eating fried squid tonight. Yes, babe, you're so hot and empowered. Anyway, thanks for the dinner. Now, this video may come off as maximizing a minor trend, but let me tell you why it's a problem. This is yet another agonizing form of the inclusion wave, except these reptile billionaires don't give a single fuck about equality. Yes, we support you obese feminists. Your bulging gut is super hot. Now give me money to purchase children. These greasy cheese balls cloak their vicious greed with being civil rights pioneers. But if anyone actually understood the strategic manipulation behind the GLOBOHOMO arts, they probably wouldn't enjoy them when they see them. But what else could you expect from turkey-brained bums? They think their arm fat is politics. Let's not keep high hopes. Today's activists are the CIA's favorite slaves. They push an agenda, thinking they're revolutionaries. But in reality, they're exploited ne'er-do-wells. After a while, you realize everything roots back to control. All they care about is money and power. They will blatantly deceive stupid people for a name brand. These people notoriously lie, cheat, and steal. They are blood hungry, figuratively and literally. They only view humans as tools. Tools that they would suck the life out of in any way possible if it's profitable enough. They all see us as a joke, as if Jeff Bezos casting the shadow of his dick on us wasn't obvious. Jeff so kindly thanked the workers of Amazon for his $28 million flight to space. It's shocking how little people detect how condescending and sadistic these reptiles are. They are not on your side. None of these companies or their CEOs are ethical. They are the most detached, narcissistic sociopaths of society. It is massively delusional that people feel welcomed and supported by these ice-cold cunts. 1 second. This is bothering me. This is highly distracting. Now, what's real mind-bending is everyone's need for representation. First of all, it's pretty conceited to expect every other art to represent your specific look. And also, I wish they'd stop representing you because you don't look good. The Google homepage looks lower quality with rainbow-haired, porpoise-sized freak show people. What kind of manic headspace are these people in to look at a clip art and feel welcome to the company? Why do you need your audio settings app to represent your eating addiction? So you'd rather let society lie to you? Enough with the obesity glorification. Heart disease is like the #1 death on the planet. You eat your way into a heart attack, and I'm supposed to call you beautiful. I'm sorry, but there's nothing appealing about no self-restraint. These artworks portray slobs with zero self-respect. I personally find it pathetic. Companies are only focused on your wallet. There is a legitimate heart health crisis, but they would rather watch you die than lose $1 more. And why would you ever compare and contrast you in a Google clip art? It couldn't be like mentally healthy to expect a graphic design to capture your depiction. What's strange is these people are probably like the vast minority. Most people walking out on the sidewalk probably aren't barrels for arms, blue-haired abominations. Not many people have legs the size of presidential building columns and an apple head. Sorry, the fucking Frankenstein beings art freaks me out. Forgive me for finding these bloated arms, swollen stomach, string legs unsettling. There's something a smidge uncomfortable looking at smiling titans in a depressed color palette. The art itself is so eerie. Forced positivity accompanied with overly bland artwork is nightmarish. It's like all the colors of the rainbow, but if they were mixed with dirty water. How could a human with human consciousness look at it and feel anything but sick? Anytime these things appear, I almost feel like a figurative, cold, bony finger lightly tracing the outline of my spine. They look ironic, like they were designed to convey the bad part of a scary movie. That's confirmation that these corporate lizards have advanced mental illness. Their art looks it. They say your art represents who you are. You can see it. The art is lifeless, emotionless grayscale. If this resonates with anyone, they need to book a date at Impatient. To conclude, I hope all of you guys stay vigilant and aware of the deviance that pollutes humanity. It's very upsetting how many turkeys mass echo the lies that are deteriorating society. If you see this mess and feel miserable, I hope that you can find some solace and consolation with me. Allow me to say you are not insane. Feeling out of place and uncomfortable doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. You get it. There's a bigger picture others refuse to see because they're either dumb or cowards. You, however, are above the lie. The truth is not popular. The truth is not aesthetic. It's never easy being the honest one. There is a considerable amount of rejection, hate, humiliation that comes out of refusing to conform to the agenda. But you go ahead and be a loser. Be the conspiracy theorist, because deep down, both you and I know that having integrity is the right thing to do. Don't accept the lie. Stay strong. Seek the truth. You're doing great.